storm. Even though we're on the East Coast, it will have its impacts here on us in the next couple of days. So John, you want to take it from there?
I will, and thank you, Sheriff. Good afternoon, Brevard. As the Sheriff said, our big thing today is really going to be don't focus on the track. You can see the track, it's well out in the Gulf right now. But what we're being told from forecasters is, once it gets in the Gulf, it's really going to expand in size, expand in intensity. And while that's really not good news for our friends in the Panhandle, what that means for us here in Brevard is that expansion of the wind field brings impacts to us. This is going to be one of the largest size-wise storms we've seen in quite a long time. So you're going to see winds probably 200 miles from the center of that storm. And Sheriff, it's about 150 miles across the state. So that's how we get those winds our way. So we're talking about tropical storm force winds, like gusts in the 40 to 50 mile an hour range. We're talking Thursday right now. So sometime early morning, all the way through Thursday, maybe seeing gusts up to 50 or 60 along the barrier islands. So like you said, it's a wind event primarily, but we're also going to see some heavy rains. Now, some folks may be thinking, okay, well, Debbie was similar to this as she went by to the same area. Yes, but Debbie was a smaller storm. Impacts were more localized to just the Gulf. We're talking about that bigger storm, that expanded field. So winds and then rain, Sheriff, in the neighborhood of like 2 to 4 inches, maybe 6 inches for those areas that see heavier rain. So definitely not something we should be taking lightly, something we should always be proactive for and prepared for.
Yeah. I think the other part of this too is this is projected to be a Cat 3 when it makes landfall on the West Coast. So as that tears down and comes our way, we're still going to get those hurricane force winds or at least gusts that are going to come from that, and then the rain associated with it as well. As always, we'll be looking for any type of tornadic activity, Absolutely. Any type of stuff that way. So we want to kind of give you an update on where we are from a public works standpoint. Right now, everything is still operational. The schools, we're waiting on a decision from our school board about if school will be closed on Thursday. We're thinking this thing's going to kind of creep in starting Thursday morning. What's the timeline?
That's what we're looking like sometime Thursday morning. Still trying to figure out the big driver on timing and exact impacts is, storm's still just south of Cuba, just south of Mexico. But once it pops out into the Gulf, that's really where we're going to get a good idea. So I think you'll see a lot of folks like our school boards figuring out tomorrow what decisions they're going to be making for Thursday, really based on the timing that we're going to see out of it. But again, like you said, we don't want to focus on the track of that. That's definitely going to bring stuff for us. We want to be paying attention. And tornadoes is a really good point. A lot of the weather with Helene, and it's now Tropical Storm Helene, is on the east side. So that for us is they call that the dirtier side of the storm. And so that's also the side that's a little more tornadic prone. So something we're going to be watching for all day Thursday is that increased tornado threat. That's an excellent point.
So what we'll be asking you to do is to monitor us, going to our EOC website. You can always monitor us at the Sheriff's Office on our social media sites. But we want you to start doing a little bit of prepping right now. Just like we would for any other storm, let's start looking at our yards, picking up our lawn furniture, anything that could easily be picked up in a gust of wind. Making sure if you got to go to the store, you got prescriptions to get filled, go ahead and take care of those. Don't forget your pets. Make sure you're getting all of their medications, everything to take care of them. Just kind of securing things, locking them down. Ideally, John and I are going to be back talking to you Thursday and saying, hey, that was a big nothing burger. But I don't know that that's going to be the case.
I think we're going to be right on the line on that one. That's our best day. That's our best outcome. But I think we're going to see some stuff from this. I think we'll probably see more from this than we saw from Debbie. I think you talk about taking the day we have, the rest of today and all day tomorrow. Get ready. Make sure you're ready. Your family's ready. Your pets are ready. And then have a plan so that you're not having to do a whole lot of traveling Thursday. You're limiting it to just what you have to do, your essential stuff. And then we're hunkering down, we're getting through it, and we see where we are on the other side.
We get a lot of questions about sandbags. Currently, we are not doing sandbags. We've talked with our partners at Public Works. They believe that our saturation points are such that we'll be able to handle the amount of rain that we're looking at getting.
Yes,
so we're not doing sandbags. Schools, obviously, we'll update you on those as soon as we have them. Right now, we don't have any shelters that are being opened. If that comes to pass, John, and get that information to us, and we'll get it out to you right away. So that's really where we're at on this. We want you to just be aware of it, keep an eye on it, start making your arrangements for it. I know we're in great hands here with John Scott and his team at our EOC. And, we always talk about John's shoes. John, these are your,
These are my game day shoes.
these are game day shoes. So it's game day. We're doing our prep for game day. I think this is going to be one of those where we're just going to monitor it. Anything significantly changes, we'll get on it to you right away, get that information to you. But other than that, just go ahead and start doing the things we asked and then monitor us about schools.
Absolutely.
John, anything else?
Again, no, just really don't focus on the track, prepare for the impacts that we're talking about. And then once you're done prepared, get your neighbor prepared, get your family prepared. As the sheriff always says, it takes a community to respond and recover from these things. And we do this, we're going to be in a good place.
Yeah. So as always, thank you for all your support for our agency, our first responders throughout Brevard County. We'll get you an update as soon as we have something new.